Hi everybody, my name is Candy Schmeckel and I am the new chair of Midwest Association of Christian Counselors. And today I'm meeting here with Pastor Randy Alberg. And the reason for us meeting together is because we are launching a new program. It's a pastoral support program. And I'm excited to be able to have a conversation with Pastor Randy today to find out his ideas as to how we can partner up and bridge gaps and so forth. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Pastor Randy.
I can do that. Yes, I am on staff at a church where I'm the associate pastor. I work with adult education and I work with our care ministries as well. And I'm excited just to see how we can bridge the gap as well. At times it's felt like we're on opposite ends of a spectrum, and I think we're on the same team. So
Absolutely.
any way that we can really make that partnership stronger, that's a good thing.
Very good. So let me ask you a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
So from the perspective of a pastor of a larger church, and then going back into the roots that you had before,
Mm-hmm.
a smaller church, what would have been helpful, or what is helpful as a therapist to partner up with a pastor?
Mm-hmm. I think for myself, I end up with two kinds of issues that would be helpful for a good partnership here. Mm-hmm. And one is more personal in nature. And when I think of personal issues, I love to network and connect with people just on a personal basis. And at times I almost find better connections and friendships with others who are involved in the care end of things than I do necessarily with senior pastors at churches. So I like that networking aspect of it for me personally, mm-hmm. for friends. Mm-hmm. And also kind of related to that, I would love to have a good resource that I could go to if I or someone in my family felt they needed some counseling.
Okay.
Especially when I think back to my years at a smaller church, it would have been really awkward to try and access that either through someone I knew or like talking to my elder board about that. That would have been just
Right.
a little bit awkward.
Right.
So I'd love to have kind of a phone a friend.
Sure.
Where I could at least contact and say, give me some direction here on how I can best get some help.
Very good.
So personally, that would be what I would need. And then professionally, there's a couple of things that come to mind.
Okay.
The first is, I want to know when I'm sending a person to a therapist that that therapist really has Christ integrated into their therapy. So I'm looking almost for a set of questions that I could be asking that would help me in the vetting process to just understand a little bit more where this counselor is coming from. Mm-hmm. Because oftentimes there's a great connection, and that's what we want. At times, we're just speaking different languages and need to be clear on what we're talking
Absolutely.
about. So Absolutely. That would be one thing just professionally I would find of great benefit.
Okay.
Another thing for me personally and professionally is just navigating the kinds of issues that we're facing this day. And it seems like our world is getting more and more complicated. And I'm thinking especially of gender issues
Right.
and how we handle some of those questions. And we know from a biblical perspective that Jesus was full of grace and truth.
Right.
And I think that's our model, and that's what we're supposed to do as well. But sometimes it gets really complicated.
It really does.
And to have places where I can talk that through mm-hmm. with someone who's going to work with me on finding that good combination of grace and truth, I would find that great, very beneficial. Absolutely. And I think a good partnership with MAC could do that for us.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you for your feedback. I appreciate that. So, how can you help us? And that is, we desire to build a database. I'm just going to read it right off of my notes here, mm-hmm. to whom we could then offer these opportunities. You can help by passing along this information, the information of names and emails. We're filling out an online form to submit the names and contact information. Personally, I'm like you. I like the collaborative one-on-one or, small group or large, just in person. But the efficient way we're doing things is online. So filling out an online form that would provide contact information so that we can include you in the workshops that we have that will really be helpful for pastors as well as therapists. So you can have your pastor also included in our prayers and support by adding them to another online form. At the end of this video, there will be contact information. So if you just click links, I believe they will be on here, and you can fill out the information.
Yeah, there's not only the contact information that would be beneficial, but I know we're kind of in process and trying to figure out what this is going to best look like.
Right.
And getting feedback and information and perspective would be a great benefit.
Absolutely.
as we forge a partnership here.
Absolutely. And yes, we're building it together. We are building this portion of MAC, trying to increase our presence with pastors, and I feel very honored and blessed that we get to work with pastors. And so I appreciate your time, Pastor Randy, and thanks for being here.
See you in the pastor's corner.
All right, very good. Thank you. Bye now.